Rise and shine, family. About that video, a recent video I just made where the man killed his ex-girlfriend, then goes to his ex-wife's house, kills her, and then kills himself. I want to talk about that video, okay? A lot of you guys are saying that we don't know if the women were lying on him. They could have been telling the truth. I've considered that. Now, him being violent, it does indicate that he has been violent. Pattern, right? But I want to tell y'all something. When someone is being gaslight, when someone is being insulted, if they become violent, saying that I knew they were violent anyway isn't the right thing either. You understand? So him actually being violent isn't a surefire way to say he's always been violent. And it doesn't say that he has presented behaviors that says he's dangerous or shouldn't be around the children. Him reacting in that way could be because of the reasons that he stated. So don't take his violence and say, this proves that they were right, when his violence, according to him, proves that he was right. Do you understand? And a lot of you guys are saying that I didn't say he was wrong, that I was actually speaking as if he was right. No, I didn't. I said he was wrong, but I'm going to say it again for you, okay? He was wrong. Now, let me ask you a question. Does it bring the victims back? Because my point was, it's wrong. And we can discuss how wrong it is after the dust settled. But what has happened now. And this is why we shouldn't provoke people. Because when they're under duress, the last thing they're thinking about is what's right and wrong. They're thinking about their emotions and how they can relieve them and ease themselves from that torture. And sometimes that look like punishing the person who brought the torture on them. Do you understand? After the fact is when a person realizes they're wrong, if they're still here to think about it. In that case, nobody was, okay? But you guys are saying, what if they didn't actually gaslight him? I thought about that too. He did have the children in the car with him, correct? This likely says that he never molested those children, because why would she let them go with him? He's also said he's been in the custody battle for the last 3 years. He's also out on the streets. We could also go any further to see if he has any type of indictments or background on him as far as molestation goes. You understand? Also, the children are alive. You could ask them because they are the alleged victims, correct? Also, you guys are saying, well, if the woman told him, if the girlfriend said, I'm not going to let you see your children, this also proves that he is toxic, correct? Well, it could indicate that. Things could have happened to the point of where it was so crazy, she told him, I'm not letting you see your children. But I want you to think about this. If that's the case, is it wise? Because if she deems him violent enough to say that, knowing she hasn't had the children yet, should she say it? Because what would a person that's violent do if you say something like that to them? So don't you see how that's more than likely said to incite a person or gain leverage against a person during an argument? I'm not going to let you see your children again. You see my point? And don't think that there must be something really, really wrong for someone to say, I'm not going to let you see your children. I'm going to tell you that like this man acted in his emotions, many times, women, you act in your emotions and you say whatever you want to when you're upset and you don't think about what's right or wrong. I'll give you a really quick story. When my child was born, my baby Janae, my oldest daughter, I wanted to go see her, okay? I called Jamie. I said, I'm going to pick Janae up and I'm going to bring her to my house to spend the night. Jamie says, okay. I get my things. I go to pick up Janae. When I get there, Janae is in the back room with Jamie's mother, Janae's grandmother. I say, can I take Janae? Jamie goes, no, I can't do it. Her mama comes up and I says, can I take Janae? Her mother goes, I'm keeping this baby right here where it needs to be with its mother. I leave. I ain't want to argue. I call Jamie. I said, why can't I keep the baby? Does she not think I don't know? Does she think I don't know how to keep a baby? If that's the case, you could come over here and show me what to do for the baby. Her mother was listening on the other end. Her mother goes, hang up the phone, Jamie. Kevin, I knew this was you. You're trying to get my daughter to shack up with you. Wrong. I wasn't trying to get her to shack up with me. But she asserts this and then says, and if you keep this up, you won't see Jamie or your child. I can't explain to y'all the feeling that I felt that day. The fact that someone would say that to me. You understand? So don't think that it has to be a big situation for someone to say that to someone. And to say that to someone that you won't let them see their child, you have to think about what you're doing to that person, especially if they believe you. And I certainly believed her because she worked in the courthouse. Do you understand? So please understand, family, saying these types of things to people can incite them. You understand? If he did nothing wrong to her and she's saying, I'm going to keep you from your children, Don't you see how that is more than definitely using the children as leverage? And a lot of times this happens in relationships. You understand? So please understand a man's reality as well. We know that men are toxic, believe me. But we also know that women are toxic. So let's stop denying the facts, okay? You guys are looking at the video saying I didn't hit all topics or say everything that you guys wanted me to say. But here are the facts. Whether or not he is lying, don't women lie. Don't some women lie and say men hit them? Don't women tell even worse lies than that, right? Okay, now, whether or not they're telling the truth, aren't some men violent beyond control? So here's what I said. He was wrong. If he killed them, him doing that period was wrong. If they lied to provoke it, they were wrong. But at the end of the day, we're talking about this after the dust has settled. And if we would move more wise beforehand, we'd likely prevent a lot of these situations. So my whole point was to enlighten you guys. Do not incite. Do not insult. Because if a person is violent, you're likely to bring that violence out of them. And if a person is not violent, you're likely to bring violence out of them. You understand? You're likely to bring retaliation out of them because you're hurting them. And a lot of people don't know what to do with that type of pressure on them. Please understand that. That right and wrong stuff is for the people to speculate. The person that's in the drama, in the chaos, they typically not thinking about that. I always say, if you ever find yourself in the middle of chaos, it's in that chaos that you find yourself. Meaning, when you're in that chaos, what comes out of you is what was in you. You don't get to pretend anymore. If you squeeze a lemon comes out. So what's in you will come out whenever the pressure is on. It is in that chaos that you find yourself. Do you understand? I hope you guys understand. Peace.